Hello, hello, and thank you to each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for joining us on tonight. This is normally our Bible study night. It's a Mercurial energy. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for joining our live. This is our live for melanated people that are practicing the ATRs and African Black arts in the church, and also those that have left the church but still got church influence but practice the ATR. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for being with us on this Bible study night. Thank you so much. Those that have been following me know that this is our season for UPS drivers, so therefore, I ain't even gonna fake it. I'm tired, but I still came on and I'm pressing my way. What's up, my Triranda Aries in the house? And what's up, my Gemini? All right, Jelly Sweets in the house. To each and every one of you guys, I hope you are excited about what is going on. In honor of my head, Orisha, Mafedifun Oya, and Yanza, or Mafedifun Bablu Aye, I want to say first of all, salutations to my Madrina, to my Badrino, to my Oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, and Mystic and Ajay. My baby Scorpio is in the house. What's up, my Aphrodisiac? My Natasha Foster from my Aquarius from North Carolina. Mama Susan in the house. Gemini. Thank you guys so very, very much. And I think I want to appreciate each and every one of you guys for being a part of our tribe, for being a part of things. I want you guys, Brother Darius is our first member of my Orisha membership that is on my website. And now Sister Monique, who I call Crab Cakes, is my first Paulo Miambe member on my website. So we want to congratulate Monique on tonight. That's right, hit that like button to each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much to each and every one of you guys. And I'm going to explain it a lot more in depth. Some people act like they don't. I've been explaining about the membership for the longest. And I want to say this before I get started on tonight. The memberships on the website are going to be people that take precedence over everybody else's work. These members will have access to me when it comes down to the Orishas, if you're in that particular membership. And soon I will have Voodoo up there. But whatever membership you have, your work will take precedence over any other work that I am doing, unless my life is at threat, and then everybody's work go to the back burner. But I'm pretty sure you expected that. What's up, my Demetrius in the house, my Gemini? Thank you so very, very much to each and every one of you guys. I want to talk about something because this is Bible study night, and I like to strategize when it comes down to magic and spirituality. But first of all, we're going to say salutations to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. I like your accent. Where are you from? I am from the Americas. I'm hungry and horny, so my accent might be a little different. So, in that precise order. Those that do not know, I'm a Sagittarius, my moon is Aries, and my rising sign is Pisces. And what's up? Monique, we want to congratulate you for being our first of my Apollo membership on my website, and Darius is our first male. So I'm excited about how these things are panning out, and these people will have precedence over any form of work that I do, and that's inclusive of graveyard work. Because these are the people that are going to go to the next levels of evolution with Apostle Ely. So I want to say to each and every one of you guys, on tonight on Bible study, I am rocking my Fedifun and Ligba, and the Crossroads Spirits. And those that know Mercury energy, it is very, very important to understand that particular energy and how that works in any form of magic, whether it is in Palo, it's Lucero Mundo, and Voodoo is Papa Legba or Medkafu, in Ocha it is Elegba, and so there's many crossroads spirits, even a Hecate. These are also crossroads spirits. I heard it's more like the three-way crossing versus the four-way crossing with Hecate. So just letting everybody know that there's just so many different ways to manifest and get stuff done. So on this particular channel, I'm here for melanated people to teach you real magic, real Ache, and how to utilize that, and getting prepared before January 20th, and having as much artillery and weaponry and tools that you need in your home in order to endeavor through whatever we have to contend with in these United States of America. Now, I want to talk about something tonight on this particular live, and y'all know I like to reiterate that I have been doing magic since I was a child. I'm 51. In December I will be 52 years of age, and so therefore a lot of times when I'm teaching things, you may not see why certain things are relevant or why they may relate to you. And I'm hopefully on tonight, because this is Bible study, that I can encourage you to take your spirituality way more seriously than you do. My mom is a Virgo, something that she told me and my sister, and I have utilized it all through my life. She said it's best to have a tool and not need it than to need it and not have it. Based off what is already building up for his cabinet, these are some of the things that our real root workers, our real conjurers, our real mystic, our real OB workers, I will be doing more blood sacrifices throughout this year. I'm going to be doing some rooster sacrifice. I'll be doing some goat sacrifices in various of my own traditions, and just strengthening my walls of protection and getting prepared for those that are going to go to the next level with me, and pushing financial success as much as I can for those that are, especially in the millionaire category, pushing their finances. And so therefore I have things that has to take precedence in order to be on time for whatever may take place, good, bad, or indifferent. So I want to say thank you again. The Hecate. Thank you so much, Demetrius. I appreciate that. So my subject tonight is consequences for your life is nothing, it's not a new thing. Consequences for your life is not a new thing. So those that have been following me for a very, very long time, or even a short time, know that I don't believe there's nothing new up under the sun. Okay, I believe that through every zodiac sign, there is an energy, a frequency, a vibration that we can utilize in order to overcome our circumstances and our situations. But I wanted to talk about something tonight that I think is very significant when I talk about consequences. And those that understand that I teach universal laws, and one of the laws that talks about for every action there's an opposite and equal reaction, and how energy moves, and how you want energy to move in your life, and how you want to have access to certain energy, frequency, and vibration. But at the end of the day, you are the captain of your soul. In other words, you are the person that governs. You're the one that administrates. You're the one that, as I like to say in the church world, being a good steward over the things that God has for you. No amount of tools is going to gain you skill. You have to be skillful and then utilize your tool. You have to be masterful and then utilize your tools that God has given you, whether it's through me or through any other practitioner. I'm a type of individual that I may have a lot of tools, but I know that it takes energy, chi, and prana in order to manifest. So I want to talk about, by definition, consequences. Not just about the election, but just magic in general. Consequences are a result or effect. I need y'all to get that. When you're doing prayer work and you're doing spell work or you're doing conjure, you may do a cleansing of a result or effect of an action or a condition. I'm going to say this again. Results, a consequence, is a result or an effect of an action or condition. So consequences stem from a condition that you live in, you abide in, or you interact with. Consequences are a result of the actions or the non-actions that a man or woman takes. This is why I tell people all the time that the decision that you make will cancel out any spell that you conjure, because your actions are instant manifestation. Your decision to do something, your decision not to do something, your decision to do something proactively has consequences, your decision to do things being reactive. And so depending on how you use this energy, depending on how you condition yourself, whether that is conditioning yourself with knowledge, wisdom, understanding, or conditioning yourself with tomfoolery and such. A lot of times people think that it is voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Christianity that is hindering manifestations in their life. A lot of those things that bring the opposite result that you're looking for has a lot to do with how you operate, the actions that you take, the conditions by which you live in. This is when I tell women, how can you get a six-figure man when the condition that you live in your mind, the condition you live in your heart, there is no good men. The condition that you live in your mind, as all men are dogs. So no matter how much you do a love spell, no matter how much you call and ask the ancestors and ego to bring you somebody, energy attracts its energy. And so therefore, one thing that I try to, what's up, my Boaz is in the house. What I try to do is simplify things no matter where you are on the spectrum. So what I'm going to teach tonight, I'm going to teach this in reverse. I'm going to teach this. This is not, I know I'm representing Eligba, and he's a trickster. But I'm trying to, I want to help trick your mind for you to end up with the results in your life that you can make every form of investment that you have made, especially with me, manifest in your life. Because now you have more clarity. A lot of you guys think that, I should say a lot, but it's too many, in my opinion, that don't realize that your life is on a time schedule. And there's a reason why we talk about seasons. You know, getting to the hospital too late could still you end up in debt. Asking for help in the last hour, in the last quarter, could change the results. Being mindful of when you move, how you move, and who you move with really affects the consequences in your life. That's whether you are trying to get healed, whether you're trying to get protection, whether you're trying to prosper in your life. Consequences are, I'm going to teach it tonight in reverse. So what I mean by in reverse, sir and ma'am, because I've asked many of you guys, I said, lean not to your understanding, you still don't get it. I told many of you guys that I'm not going to tell you what to do, but when I suggest something, it's because it's something that is relative to you as an individual. Now, if you are still in a situation where you feel like this is about money, then I am not the teacher, the preacher, the conjurer for you. Because that is adolescence and from where I'm headed and what I'm trying to do, and I don't have time to keep reaffirming me being genuine to melanated people. So I will keep that in mind. It says, I put this in reverse. Depending on what kind of results I want is depending on the actions I will take. When I figure out, this is why some of you guys that have done work with me or I've talked to you, I start in reverse. What do you want? What kind of outcome do you want? When a person, say for instance, you watching a basketball game and you want them to win by 10 points. You want them to win by 20 points. There are certain actions because of what results you want, you have to take to get those results. The reason why a lot of people find themselves in circumstances that they don't like, because they never, like the Bible said, God declares the end at the beginning. He knows the outcome. He knows what the results are going to be. And so therefore, the action that you take leads you to your results. I'm going to say this again. When I figure out what I want to happen, what type of victory I want, what type of breakthrough I want, what type of manifestation I want. That is going to be what's going to help guide me by what I'm going to do. The simple fact that I want the result of my magic is I want to be in millionaire status. So all of my actions after making that decision are going to be dependent on me getting the outcome or the condition that I desire. If you are a person that you want certain changes in your life, you should know what type of changes. Before you pick up your Apollo stick, before you get initiated, I already knew what I wanted. I know the results by which, that's from sex, that's from money, that's from how I'm going to, like the Bible says, even when I do enemy work, the Bible says, I will see my desire upon my enemies. What is the end result that you want for your enemies? Then you work according to that result. Do you understand that? That's why I said in reverse. A lot of times when people are doing conjure and they're praying prayers or they're saying they want different, they're looking at a situation and say, well, I want prosperity. Well, what type of prosperity? Because consequences come with prosperity. So let me explain. There's righteous prosperity that you flow like the green bay tree. And then there's prosperity of the wicked. That the Bible tells you be not envious of the prosperity of the wicked. Now, depending on what type of results you want and depending on what type of condition by which you're going to get those results, that determines where you're going to find yourself on what side of the magical spectrum. The mere fact that, oh, somebody hit my Cash App. That's how you get my attention. Praise God. I love you, whoever you are. Oh, that's Darius. All right, Darius. My Pisces, mental clarity, triple threat. So let me say this again. Apostle Ely, in order for me to take you serious, I got to know what you want. I want to know the end results of where you're trying to go. So that determines how hard I got to work and how hard you got to work. What type of strategies are necessary to get those type of results. How to change the law of probability for you to get those type of results. What kind of conditioning oils or conditioning candles or what kind of bath that need to be taken for you to get that type of result. You can't just say, I want certain things and not even consider the fact that you may have opposition. If I want these type of results, then I need to operate on this level. So even though when I receive headwinds, like the Bible says that when the rain comes and the wind beats on the house, I want to be able to stand. So all of these are determined based off of the results that you as an individual man in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Kamdamle, what you're trying to get out of that. It's very different. And I want to say this because it's Bible study. There's a lot of people who want a relationship. But there's not a lot of people who want a healthy relationship. And not a lot of people are going to do what it takes to have those healthy relationships. There's a lot of people that want power. But there's a lot of people have not determined what type of power they want. And they are also not determined how hard they're willing to work to get said power. That power could be of influence through air, fire, earth, or water. Because they don't realize a lot of things that they say, sir and ma'am, are very general. And then you also don't know what it's going to take to get those type of results. So, let me see. This mental clarity. What I would encourage many of you guys, if you can, to become some type of member when it comes down to my website before Agent Orange gets into office. And I'm literally going to be making sacrifices because I want certain results. I want certain outcomes in spite of his administration, in spite of racism, in spite of these things. And so therefore I work conjure my energy, my frequency based off of that. And I'm also not a person that's going to wait. Now, I do realize that we thought we had more time. And depending on some of the things that I'm hearing, we may get more time. Right now, I have to address things to where they are. This is what happens when people don't understand consequences. This is why I sit down and count up costs. This is why I as an individual, don't count my biddies before they're hatched. This is why I don't oversell myself. This is why you will never see me on social media telling you I have something that I do not possess. I'm going to say that again. I understand the consequences of my actions. And if I don't want certain results of distrust, dishonesty, then I am not going to take certain actions. A lot of people, not only with natural things, but also spiritual things, they're not even concerned before they take that action of what kind of consequences or what type of results this may end up being. A lot of times when you type something, a lot of times when you say something, are you really considering or what type of results? Good evening, Alicia. What kind of consequences could come out of by you doing and taking certain actions or non-actions? Because I want clarity. There are people out here, mental clarity. Hold on. Mental clarity, triple threat. Gregarious. I've said before and I'll say it again, I'm a strategist. I'm a spiritual strategist. And I work to get certain results. I realize when I want certain results, love and protection for my baby. My baby goes to love instant for Keisha's baby. And protection. I particularly don't care what tradition of magic that you're in, but you should have understanding and clarity when it comes down to the consequences, and that's whether you're doing something positive or negative. I just wanted to testify. I sold $10 and this guy $300 in my bill. Thank you so much, Alicia, for the testimony. I'm glad you're here, my Sagittarius / Capricorn. Now, in order for me, when I'm teaching people about magic and spell work, since I've been doing magic since I was a child, I want you to get a better understanding why I think the way that I think when it comes down to magic. And why I think that what other people do, they end up in certain situations because they don't think like this. So let me explain it to you like this. If somebody comes to me and said they want to practice an ATR, or somebody comes to me and say they want a house, I'm looking for the end result. So there are certain things need to be in place if you're going to come to me for certain workings, because I don't believe in wasting time. I don't believe in selling dreams. I don't believe in doing pep rally preachers and stuff like that. I come up with realistic strategies for what you're trying to manifest. So I have a young lady that wanted to get crowned. So I was having, because I know what it's cost, because me and her have the same mother in Ocha, which is Mafedi Oya, and I know what it typically costs. And that's even if you go somewhere else, it's still Oya and Ochosi are the most expensive ceremonies when it comes down to their Orisha faith. That's why when Minister Mario went through and I went through, why it was so much money that was spent. So let me get back to them. In order to get those results, then you got to say, do I have the money cash? If I got a job, if I got a business, how am I going to generate this money, and what is feasible in the time frame by which I'm going to come up with this money if this is my goal? And also, can I eat and live and function? If I am a single man or woman with no kids, I can operate very consequences for action and not considering your condition is asinine. Your condition is what state you in. Are you single and by yourself? You got a boyfriend or girlfriend, gay, straight, or bi? These are the conditions by which you are in, and that determines what type of action you need to take so you can get certain outcomes. And a lot of time when people say certain things, they're not considering the fact that they economically are not where they need to be. They're not even mentally. What I mean by mentally, you have not done enough study to make sure that at the very least that you can ask relevant questions for yourself concerning your path that you're trying to go down, and to get an outcome that is suitable for you. Now, this is what I say to one and I say to all. You can't be disappointed in any of these traditions when you really did not have a goal. I'm going to say that again. You have no right to be disappointed in any of these ATRs when the truth is you never had a real goal in the ATRs. Getting initiated is not a goal. That's why when they tell you in the guidance counseling, they ask you, what do you want to become? Before we start picking out your classes and where you need to go to college, we need to figure out what you're trying to become. The mere fact that you had nothing on the agenda other than going through the ceremonies to get to be a part of something does not mean. This is why a lot of people end up following other people's agendas, because they don't have vision for themselves. This is why people, even in Ochai and Santeria and Voodoo, you're not going to play me. And if you're going to play me, you're not going to play me for long, because I got a vision for my own life. I got goals for my own life. I got certain incomes that I have to hit and certain financial marks I got to hit. So therefore, I'm not going to let somebody play with me because I don't have that kind of time. Especially the fact that now I'm 51 and about to be 52. I give out a lot of wisdom for people to have more realistic outlooks on the things that they want in their life. Why do I say these things? Because you wouldn't be doing the things you're doing if you were in better condition. You cannot do better when you don't know better. You can't know better until you either educate yourself by somebody's classes, somebody's tutelage, or you get information from other sources. But how can you revise your life if you don't have the proper information? And 9 times 10 ain't nothing for free. Now, I'm not telling you that you can't drive a Mercedes. I'm not going to tell you can't drive a Rolls Royce. But based off your income. Because black people don't like to be told what they can't do. So I've been got out of that business. Been got out of business telling black people. I don't care what I see. I don't care what spirits say to me. I don't tell black people, because black people gonna find a reason. If they got to go, if they got to damn near not pay their mortgage, rent, car note, to prove a point that they ain't proven. Because if you got to go hungry, if you got to miss out on something, that means that you were not prepared for the very thing that you were going after. I believe in being prepared. This is why when we had certain hiccups along the way in Ocha, I was prepared for all that bullshit. My madrinas and my padrinos and my Oba was not ready for me, but I was ready for them. So whatever Minister Mario needed, I was ready for. Whatever I needed, I was ready for. And God, and my crowning was where I was not ready for, because the fact that I had to have support from other people, because my moon is in Aries, so I'm used to doing things independently. Because I see how shaky people are. I see how flaky people are. I see how up and down people are. And I don't like to live in those conditions. Some of y'all have no problem living in those conditions. And that is your business, sir and ma'am. Because once again, I'm a Sagittarius. I'm not here to change your mind. So, let me, Alicia, if you don't mind me asking. Are you scratched into Apollo? I'm going to try to have these pointed questions because I'm going somewhere with these consequences. Are you scratched in Apollo? I think she said yes. I got a crack on my phone down there. Now, these are the things that, in order to practice Apollo, you have to have. Okay, she said yes. So, do you have your spiritual name? Do you have your staff? Siete Rayos. Okay. Do you have your staff? Do you have the cauldron of Siete Rayos? Not yet. Okay. I'm explaining why. I want to say this to all of y'all. I'm going to say this again when it comes down to magical practice. Haitian Voodoo and Ocha are the two most expensive traditions I have ever embarked in. And I do more than those as well. I never said that these other traditions did not cost money. Never said that. I said they're not more expensive. So let me explain. So the basic things you need to start is your spiritual name. I only have a spiritual name. You need a staff, which is your Egon stick. And you need a Pati Pimba at the very least. The reason being, your Egon or your Moreto that is supposed to work with you has that. If you're not gonna have a cauldron yet, you need a staff that you can summon that particular Moreto. Okay, no staff, no cauldron. Now, this is what I mean, and I want to talk to my melanated people, and this is why I get upset when y'all think I'm being funny. Don't, and there's no, just let me give you the honesty of what's going on. Whoever scratched you had no intention of you functioning in Apollo. And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, you have to have your name that you do have. You also have to have a Pati Pimba, which is a sigil that you are recognized. In your case, would be Siete Rayos. I am Centella in Apollo, right? So I have my Pati Pimba, which is my sigil, that is was done by a child of Shango. The guy that did that is a child of Shango, but he did my and it was me, Minister Mario, and Sister Cap. So you need the sigil to be able to summon the spirit. I'm gonna say it again. You need your name to be identified. You need your staff to call your Egon. And you need a sigil for your spirit. Your spirit, in your case, it would be Siete Rayos, would be able to recognize you on that sigil. Or you cannot practice Apollo. So that's like somebody giving you a car with no engine. And you wonder why they run off. When you don't know enough, when you're getting involved into these ATRs, you don't even know if somebody's doing right by you or they're doing injustice to you. And therefore, you cannot even effectively address your own egos, because when you gave blood in the ceremony, you were supposed to receive something. Now, if they gave you a Luceramundo, which would open the roads for you, that would be great. But the mere fact that you don't even have, hold on, just give me a moment, because I'm doing this for her, Alicia. Sorry about that, y'all. Because this is the type of stuff that you learn, and this is why melanated people don't know certain things. So, Minister Mario, and Calvina, they received their staffs in 21 days. She made my Yaya made my my Palo Egun stick sit for 121 days. This sat and fed with the goats for 121 days, and then I went to retrieve my Egun stick, which you could tell is it's different from my other staff. And this is I have this staff sitting on my cauldron of centella. So this carries a lot of ancestral power, but it also carries the energy of my cauldron. And the reason why I'm saying that needs to. I was told I needed to be stretched, Yaya first. That's not true. What would you need to complete? I do not have a Lucera either, and my initial will be stretched. Yeah. Baby, let me tell you something. All that, and I ain't here to debate anything. I want you, no matter what ATR you in, you have to be able to function in a tradition at the very least. It's like saying that you can show up to class, but you don't have your books. You can show up to class, but you don't have paper, pencil. There are certain things, no matter what you are in, you're left open. You should not be scratched, and you can't be stretched into Yaya. You have to be birthed as a babe. Nobody goes directly into Tata and Kisi, Tata and Kumpungo. That's not how that works. You have to be born and you grow into there, and there may be another ceremony. See, when I received my cauldrons, that was me going to a whole nother level. That's why I'm a Tata in Kisi. That means I'm a father of the cauldron, father of the spirit. That means I have a cauldron. But I started as a babe. Anybody tells you that you get scratched, even as a babe, you need to have certain things in order to function as a babe. Not just your spiritual name. And this is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. There are certain costs that you pay these people in order to do these ceremonies, but then you don't walk away with the tools necessary to function in that religion. Now, the reason why we have a spirit name is because we have to be able to be identified in that world of the Impungos. So the Impungos are gods in Palo. Not Orishas, not Loas. They are God. And they operate in the shadow realm. That's Psalm 91. And in that's strong. Ooh, felt that energy in my back. So this is what Monique became a member of, right? When she got on the website. So Impungos are gods that operate in the shadow realm, and everybody has their own shadow or dark energy. So how can you effectively function even as a babe in Palo without certain tools. Demetrius said they're out here doing Mac Polo, giving everything in one swoop with no education and tools. This is the thing that when I was telling people about the levels of prejudice that are in there, let me say this, baby. Before you ever walked out the door, wherever you was, they know what you didn't have. Because in order for them to function in Palo, they got to have certain things. And there's no way that you could function, even as a babe, in Palo Mayombe without at least those 3 items. It's like trying to practice voodoo without the bebe. It's like trying to practice voodoo without the loa, or trying to practice voodoo without Papa Legba or Medka. You have to have a roll opening. You have to have egum. There's no other way. And each one of these religions has a certain thing that you get in order to function in the basic. That's why when you get initiated into Santeria, they give you your warriors. And when you, how I'm going to say this without being offensive. They gave you a car. They gave you a pair of keys with no battery, no engine, and they took the gas tank out. You ain't going nowhere. And they knew when you walked out the door, you weren't going anywhere. I'm just being honest. You, without those two, you cannot practice Palo. I'm not talking about you. This ain't got nothing to do with being a yaya. You cannot practice Palo with just a spiritual name. You have to have a spirit. You have to have your Moreto. And you get that when you get scratched, because, see, I got scratched on Timlatira, a type of Obatala. Mario got scratched on Zarabanda. And you get your lineage from the Nganga. Whatever Nfumbe or Nfumbe, y'all, it would be the spirit of the dead that rules that cauldron in that world. So when I got scratched and I gave blood, make sure I'm not telling them, hold on. Just trying to stay in alignment with my oath. So when I got scratched on that Nganga, on that Nganga, how far ever back, because where that Nganga was birthed, however far back in the Congo does that spirit go, is how far back my spirits go. So that's why that matters. And you have to function out of the Ache of that Nganga, or that particular spirit, and that particular family of spirits. This is why there's air, fire, earth, water, and fire in every tradition. I was birthed through Ocha with Obatala, just like I was birthed through through Palo, through Timlatira, which is still the type of Obatala. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. Ground shaker. So what I am saying is, it's irrelevant what you paid. I'm just explaining that there's no way that you could effectively practice even low-level Palo without those 3 elements. You have to have your sigil. And in Siete Rayos, you need to have the sigil created by the Yaya or the Tata, because you have your own individual signature that you are identified through for the rest of your life. Minister I still have Minister Mario. That's why people say they contacted Mario and talking to Mario. How can you talk to Mario as a Paletto? How you going to contact his spirit when you don't have his sigil? Just because I say his name is Bronze Forte, I didn't give you his complete name. I'm not stupid. Just like you don't know, I'm Cynthia Ndoki. You don't know my full name. There's many Cynthias. There's many Brazo Fortes. Many children. But we have distinguished names. And so therefore, that's what I mean by consequences. Consequences of not knowing who you were dealing with. Consequences not knowing what was actually you should have been expecting. Well, my no shun. Also consequence. Well, I'm tell y'all something. When y'all come in these lives and stuff like this, especially somebody that is as skilled as I am, a lot of the things that I can make you aware of, y'all lack support. Because first of all, I say this and I'm not trying to be condescending. When you can't afford the basic things that I have on my my website, I know that you cannot practice Palo. I know you cannot practice Ocha. I know you cannot practice Haitian Voodoo effectively. Because I know what it costs and I know what type of money it takes to practice hoodoo. Yes, everybody talking, because a lot of people go to other traditions because it's feasible economically. But when you're trying to practice stronger magic and stronger arche, you need certain things, and therefore all those things take money. Monique may not be scratched in Palo, but Monique is going to have more access to the Impungos than even you, Alicia. And she's not scratched, but she's a member because I have the Lucero Mundo. I have Cynthia. I have Zarabanda. I have Kobiende. I have Siete Rayos. And she's going to benefit way more than you are. And you have, at the very least, I don't know how they did your ceremony, at the very least have been scratched. That is unfair to you. This is why I tell people about my membership. This keeps you out of a lot of hot water, and this also gives you an opportunity to educate yourself and say, okay, can I really keep this up? Can I maintain this particular tradition? That's why it's safe for you. Because the person that is going to be doing Monique's ceremonies with Impalo will be me. Until she gets to a place where she is comfortable in her skin and say, okay, I either I want to go to Orisha membership, or I want to actually, I'm ready. I think that this is something I can maintain, and I will persist through Palo. That's why I educate, why I come online, why I support. Because if you have the membership, you can still get the protection, the benefits of the Impungos while you figure it out. I'm going to show y'all this. This is why when you come on lives like this, it's not good to act like you know everything and you got everything, because when you get attacked, you're going to have to know what you know. This is something I bought from my Oya. This is front side. I just knocked out my cards. I just thought that was just really pretty. I'm always picking up something from Mama. My cards. But Palo is a lot of necromancy. Communicating with the dead. Okay? Let me say this. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not sorry, but I wasn't prepared to do this particular like this. But I'm doing this for Alicia so she has a better understanding, right? Okay, hold on. Be right back in. I'm sorry, hon. It's too dark over there, and I can't. It's too many animal parts in that cauldron. And what I was trying to find was my shamalongas. Like, that's how you communicate with your impungo. So how you gonna talk to your spirits and you don't have your shamalongas, which have to be fed with blood in order for you to communicate with your cauldron, which is your mfumbe. Like, these are the things you need to know. Either you're somebody like me, telepathic and communicating with your spirits, or you're not communicating with them. And you can't communicate with them, just like you have to, in order to communicate with your Orishas, you have to throw Obi. Obi is coconuts. Well, shamalongas are the hard shells of coconuts. They're used for divination. But these are the things that you should know essential in order for you to get the things that you have need of. But without those things, people tell you anything. Like, I have Mario shamalongas. I have mine. That's how we communicate with the cauldron. What else I'm trying to say? I think that you don't ever want to tell somebody that you're initiated in something and then you don't have the tools, and then it's going to make you look like you're disingenuous or you're trying to trick somebody, you're trying to fraud them, because you can't. Based on what you've said in this live, there's no way that you can function in Palo. Don't mean you can't function in your spirituality. Those are two YouTube is tripping. Those are two different, distinct things. You have to. There are certain ways that you communicate with Egun, certain ways you communicate with Voodoo. Certain things, like every tradition has their pathway, and so I think that this was a good lesson tonight about consequences of messing with people that you don't speak their language, or consequences for investing with people that don't have your best interest. Everything, positive or negative, are consequences. Putting the cart before the horse is consequences. Taking too much time to get to a certain destination, it's consequences. People fucking around and finding out with me, it's consequence. Like, people, like when I got into these traditions, they did not know I was as advanced as I was. But there was consequences, because you say you a reader, you divinate, you need to talk to your spirit. I'm not gonna tell you this and that there. That ain't my job. But I know when I'm around a real reader, because they start getting themselves together. Wait a minute, this man got some stuff with him. My Padrino told me I had one of my spirits showed up in my misa. He said the spirit is standing right beside me, but he won't let me sing. They knew from day one fooling with me that I had some stuff walking with me, functioning with me, that was above their grade, that was above their skill set and above their power grade. And when I tell you, the process I was going through when I was getting crowned, Padrino Michael, they were sweating bullets. Those spirits was coming there so strong. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, but with Palo, you have to have your shamalongas in order to communicate with the cauldron or with the Mfumbe. You have to have your staff in order to communicate with your Muerto, which is your dead. And then you also have to have eventually a Luceramundo in order for you to open roads and to walk with you and such. What did I say? You need your Pati Pimba, which is your sigil, and then you need but you got your name. So I mean, like, you missing a lot of parts. And I'm not talking about Yaya stage. I'm just talking about just the function. That's why they laugh at melanated people, because they know they're not giving you what you need. They know that you're not going to be able to go far. That's what my first Madrina thought. She was going to stifle Minister Mario and my growth into Impalo. But I have voodoo first. And my spirits are going to fight for me and make sure I get everything that I have need of. And so therefore, that's why we accomplished the things that we were able to accomplish, because people are pulling all kind of stuff. But I had already studied. I had already researched. I was already in contact with people that already went through the process. So there's certain things I knew to look for and to know what to ask for. So I hope this helped not only you, but anybody else that decides that they may want to get in that. I think the way that Monique, especially with Monique's behavior and her temperament and where she is, and I tell people all the time, that's the safest way, because once I put my voodoo up there, he's the one that will be doing the work, him. And he's synchronized with Paulo. So you will have a powerful priest that will be doing my voodoo or your voodoo as a member of my voodoo community. And so I got different things, and that's for melanated people. Like I said, I didn't create the timeline. I didn't tell Agent Orange Tangerine to win the election. Hopefully he get found out for what he done to win that election. But right now, as it stands, I got to do double time. Thank you for them likes. Thank you for them shares. I hope I explained something. I really, special my babies out there. I know that you got a lot on your plate, but if you can before January the 20th, before answering, I hope you can do it before then. But become a member of one of those cabinets that I have on my, if not all three. It is going to be so beneficial to many of you all. I'm going to be working with different ones. But I do have a lot of reaches that I can work with. I will be doing animal sacrifices with both religions, all three religions, to be honest with you. I don't have any choice but to do blood magic here on out because of what these people doing. But this is my Egon stick that I'm going to be working for Sister Monique, plus whatever else I got over there. So that's the benefit of. And then she didn't have to give blood. She's not committed to the writs that come along with it, being an initiate in Paulo. And if she decides, if the Impungo accepts her, if she decides to move forward in that, she's already familiar. She already got her mind set up, and she also economically can afford to do that and still maintain her lifestyle. That's what more important to me, is that you're able to practice magic and spirituality and still maintain what you got going on. Whether you got a husband, a wife, whether you got a side piece, whether you trick every now and then, whatever you got going on. I believe strategizing puts you in a position where you can actually get the consequences or the results in ATR that you're looking for, if you're willing to make sure that the actions that you take breed that, and that you're in the conditions of life that allow you to multiply and to increase. All right, I hope that helped what I shared today. Thank you so much for giving me some time. I ain't lying. UPS put it on me that I'm tired. I may eat, I may not eat, because I'm tired. I'm tired. I might go get some soup or something, just something hot on my stomach until the morning. But I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys. Thank you for the likes and shares. This is what I said on the onset. Alicia, I want you to know, baby, you're not the first. You won't be the last. As long as melanated people keep going messing with these other people, these are going to continuously be the stories that you hear, and just making you believe you got more than what you got, making you believe that you got something walking with you that's not walking with you. And I hope that by me being a melanated man with a reputation of being straightforward, and dare say chicken noodle soup, I can actually get, hopefully, if I go to Wawa normally carries. I miss Minister Mario. Minister Mario makes a freaking mean. Me and his daughter used to love when he made chicken noodle soup. So anyway, but I hope that many of you guys understand that it is to your benefit if you're not gonna spend what I'm spending to at least be a member. It is close to the end of the year, so this is stuff that you can write off on your taxes. and recuperate before Agent Orange gets into. I don't know what he's gonna do with the taxes. But like I said, I don't like to wait and for something to happen to me. I like to take the initiative, and so put myself in a position of power. And that's what I teach, whether people do it or not. That's why I teach it that way, and that's the purpose, because I'm looking for certain results in this manifestation. So much love to each and every one of you guys. I hope that you got a lot out of there. I hope you I don't know, Alicia, what all you are in position for it to do, but if you, until you become more proficient in Palo, if you want to become a member of my my Palo community, then just pay that subscription, that membership fee, and until you are able to get where you get your own, I'll utilize my impungos for you. At least you are be in a place of safety, and you are able to access those type of energies and frequency and vibration realistically. All right, much love. Tribal love. I know that's right, baby. Work for someone who does EFA. Yeah. Only thing about EFA is that it's ruled predominantly by Babas and Olorun. So, but the same Orishas apply. It's just that the Babas do the Ebo or what have you, because we still deal with the same Orishas. It's just that I practice conjure, so I cannot be a Baba. You know, a priest of Olorun. I do magic. I do spell work. I do dark work. I'm a child of Oya. And so therefore, based off of what I do, I do work for people that cannot afford. But like I said, I've showed you guys how many Orishas I have, and I do spell work for anybody. That's a part of my membership or a part of my graveyard work. It's like you have to have certain investments with me. I'm not just gonna do this for somebody off on the street. I'm not gonna fake. I'm not gonna lie. Like I told you, my memberships, those people are gonna take precedence over everything, except me. I take that back. If I got something going on that I need to attend to, everybody go on the back burner, but they will take precedence over anybody else's work. All right. I gotta hit that on replay. All right, Minister, thank you so much, guys. God bless.